A mentor gestures enthusiastically, sharing his excitement about Su's impressive martial arts skills and the potential of the Purple Heaven Divine Thunder. Electricity crackled around a young man with dark hair, his expression twisted in pain as he summoned energy towards himself. Electricity surged as a determined and powerful young man raised his arms, channeling a fierce electric energy in the air. Electricity danced in the air as a confident and assertive young man demonstrated his S-Rank ability, the Purple Heaven Divine Thunder, to the captivated audience. A mysterious figure offered discipleship to a potentially gifted young man with dark hair, his energy pulsing around him as he turned toward the voice. The older man expressed his concerns about the dangers of mentorship, warning that enemies could target Su if he chose to become his disciple. The eager and determined young man expressed his willingness to train, admiring those who excelled amidst violence. A proud mentor enthusiastically welcomed his new disciple, announcing that he would be his 32nd and first S-Rank disciple. The training master urged the eager and motivated young man to rise, emphasizing the importance of the top-tier ability training method and the body-tempering combat technique. Su examined the technique book with intense focus, realizing its significance as a powerful body-tempering combat method. The experienced instructor explained that the body-tempering combat technique was a top-tier training method, showcasing his master's lifelong efforts. Astonished, a young man with dark hair held a book, struggling to comprehend the shocking S-Rank rating he had just discovered. A glowing pyramid diagram illustrated the ratings of combat techniques, revealing their complexity and the challenges ahead. Su explained the correlation between ranks and difficulty. Teacher Yang explained the intricacies of the Thunder Indestructible body, emphasizing its complexity and suitability for lightning element users. Su listened intently, feeling intrigued. The mentor advised an eager and determined Su to train using the extreme ability training method before returning for foundational guidance on the Thunder Indestructible body. Su expressed gratitude towards his mentor, acknowledging the value of guidance in avoiding unnecessary detours on his journey. Su stood confidently, sharing his cultivation progress with the mentor, expressing hope for the future despite his limitations in martial arts. An older man confidently speculated that if cultivated to the final level, Su's physique could achieve an eternal and indestructible state. Su entered the room with determination, while a welcoming man watched him and a distraught man sat with his head in his hands. A concerned young man with dark hair asked Senior Tan what was troubling him. A heavy sigh escaped him as he reflected on the impossible task of defeating Senior with only a fraction of his power. The atmosphere shifted as Senior casually asked if Su had failed to get into Dean Yang's school. Su confidently replied that he had already passed. Su expressed admiration for his mentor's achievement, noting the rarity of a dean-level mentor accepting a disciple before the freshman competition. A figure observed Su with curiosity, questioning if he was truly the principal's son despite his unexpected appearance. Swirling energy enveloped a determined young man as he sat cross-legged, deeply focused on his training. An intense aura surrounded a focused young man as he absorbed primordial energy, realizing the training method's unmatched power. A determined young man contemplated his mastery of the training method, planning to advance his skills without the need for step-by-step practice. A blue interface flickered to life, displaying his stats for all to see. Su pointed at the screen, intent on boosting his abilities. Swirling energy enveloped a focused and resilient young man as he gathered his strength, determination radiating from him. Swirling energy faded as a determined young man gritted his teeth, frustration evident on his face. A dark aura surrounded a determined young man as he gripped a piece of fabric tightly, focused on harnessing its power. Dynamic energy surged around a determined young man, illuminating the high-tech setting with fierce intensity. Su unleashed energy towards an unseen target. A surge of energy pulsed through the air as Su sat, relief flooding over him after breaking through an ability barrier. Dynamic energy crackled from a focused and determined young man, illuminating the space with vibrant sparks as he channeled power through his hand. Su felt electric energy coursing through his hand, signifying a remarkable increase in his power and abilities. Su analyzed his ability points, realizing the vast difference in his growth compared to previous methods. Su stood deep in thought, weighing the cost of advancement against his need to save ability points for future challenges. He reached for the blue book on the desk, contemplating the importance of mastering the Thunder Indestructible Body technique. A tranquil scene unfolded around a grand entrance, surrounded by lush trees swaying gently in the breeze. A sudden rush of speed caught a man with a beard off guard. Shock and concern washed over his face. He reacted to the unexpected event, questioning how everything had happened so fast. A distinguished teacher spoke to an attentive young man with dark hair about his rapid transformation into an ability user. The teacher expressed pride in Su's remarkable progress within just 24 hours. A reflective smile crossed the young man with dark hair as he considered the speed of his advancement in mastering the Thunder Indestructible Body. Su explained the process of forging strength using the blood of a lightning element ferocious beast and one's own lightning ability. A wise mentor gestured toward a younger man with dark hair, promising to help him forge the foundation of the Thunder Indestructible Body today. The bearded man explained the rarity of high-level lightning element beasts and discussed combining resources for Su's advancement. A monstrous creature revealed a potion, brimming with the essence of a fearsome beast, ready to unleash its raw power. Su held a potion tightly, expressing immense gratitude for the kindness shown by his teacher and the principal. An older man encouraged the young man to begin their journey without delay. An older man poured a dark liquid over Su, who lay on the floor, writhing in pain. Su grimaced in pain, enduring the toxic essence blood from the thunder, as an off-panel speaker urged him to bear with it. Energy surged around the determined young man as he prepared to unleash his powerful technique. Su focused intensely, channeling his strength for the unseen opponent. The intense atmosphere crackled with energy as Su charged forward, ready to unleash his fiery attack. Energy surged violently around a determined young man as he released an anguished scream, fighting through overwhelming pain. A light-hearted moment unfolded as Su observed his surroundings, a cup in hand, while speaking to Uncle. He remarked on the resilience of the new junior disciple. Su reflected on his past struggles with jealousy, considering how competition had affected him during his martial arts journey. A surge of excitement radiated from a confident and eager young man as he held a small object, anticipation brightening his expression. He looked forward to witnessing junior disciple Su's indestructible body. A loud crash shattered the moment, sending shockwaves through the air and startling a young man with dark hair. He reacted with surprise at the unexpected noise. Su ascended the stairs with urgency, his curiosity piqued about the junior disciple's progress. A sly and calculating young man peered through a doorway, a mischievous smile playing on his lips. A surge of crackling energy surrounded Su, who struggled to channel his overwhelming power. A tense energy enveloped the air, causing Su to feel a deep sense of impending danger. An intense urgency filled the air as a desperate man shouted at Su, trying to wake him from unconsciousness. A tense atmosphere crackled as Su swiftly evaded a furious attack from an intimidating figure. A wave of confusion washed over a young man with dark hair as he held his head in distress. He expressed confusion about why he felt an urge to destroy things. A heavy silence lingered as a wise elder explained the potent effects of the Thunder's essence blood. Su felt disturbed by the revelation. An older man provided reassurance, explaining that as long as emotions remained stable, side effects would fade as strength grew. Su appeared anxious, expressing his fears about losing control over his emotions and regretting his actions. A mentor figure praised an eager and accomplished young man for achieving a record-breaking absorption rate in his training. A proud young man with dark hair stood confidently, listening to his senior disciple's introduction. Senior congratulated him on forging the foundation for the Thunder Indestructible Body. Su greeted Senior, who thoughtfully offered to transfer some credits as a welcoming gift for his junior disciple. Su looked at his phone, astonished by the unexpected message about receiving 200 great coins. The atmosphere shifted as the instructor advised a determined martial arts student about the importance of caring for his junior brothers. Su listened, reflecting thoughtfully on the words. The teacher advised a determined martial arts student to rest after 5 days without food or water. Su expressed his gratitude to his mentor, thanking him. Senior stood quietly behind, observing the exchange. A picturesque building stood under a clear blue sky, surrounded by lush greenery, a serene setting of tranquility. Su observed a player engrossed in a video game, his interest piqued by the intense concentration on the screen. A friendly young man with dark hair greeted another with an enthusiastic wave, introduced himself, expressing pleasure in meeting his new roommate. Su introduced himself as Su, catching the attention of another character nearby. Surprised, the other character recognized Su as the top scorer from province. Su revealed he knew much about his classmates, calling himself Mr. Know-It-All. Moments later, another character expressed surprise at meeting him. A curious friend stood beside a calm and collected Su, questioning his origins and abilities with genuine intrigue. Su felt a wave of contentment as he reflected on his new roommate's friendly chatter, which eased his loneliness from both lives. Su held a basketball, recalling his upbringing in an orphanage where he never felt a sense of belonging. Su sat at a desk, lost in nostalgic thoughts about his college days and fond memories with friends. He recalled joking around with his roommates and playing games every day. Afterward, he achieved his master's and PhD degrees, thinking it was a dream come true. He couldn't believe that after drinking too much at his graduation party, he woke up in a different world. A sense of optimism filled the air as Su engaged with a confident character beside him. Su felt relieved about his new roommate, believing he wouldn't be lonely anymore. The confident character boasted about his A-Rank's spiritual ability and his future ambitions. Su suggested they head to the martial arts hall. Then, another character expressed eagerness to join him there. The Thunder Martial Arts Hall stood tall, its modern architecture reflecting the ambitions of those within. Excitement buzzed throughout the bustling marketplace, drawing curious glances from those passing by. Su observed the lively scene with delight. A confident and boastful young man with fiery powers declared he had mastered a combat technique. Then, he bragged that his skill could easily overpower his rivals. Inside the spacious training room, a confident and knowledgeable young man explained its features to the attentive audience. He noted it could accommodate 300 trainees simultaneously. Inside the training facility, a confident and assured young man suggested using the training area for their session. A chaotic energy filled the air as two competitors clashed, their voices rising in a fierce contest of strength. Su observed the scene, amused by their intensity. He noted the one competing was an A-Rank enhanced werewolf, a top contender in Sichuan province. The training room brimmed with curiosity as Su, an inquisitive and focused young man, questioned about the purpose of the towering pillars. A competitive atmosphere surrounded a confident and persuasive young man as he introduced the Punch Power Challenge boards to his intrigued audience. Su listened intently as the mentor explained the challenge rules, emphasizing the prohibition of abilities and combat techniques during the Punch Power Challenge. A determined young man reached out and inserted the identification card into the slot, signaling the start of a new challenge. Excitement crackled in the air as a young man with dark hair prepared for the Punch Power Challenge, ready to prove his strength. Su observed "Start the challenge," urging everyone to cheer for him. A group of characters gathered, exchanging eager comments about the upcoming Punch Power Challenge, their anticipation palpable in the air. Tension hung thick in the air as Su clenched his fist, frustration bubbling beneath his determined facade. A powerful punch erupted from a determined martial arts student, striking the hard surface with a resounding impact. Su felt the adrenaline surge through him. Su acknowledged his punch power with a smirk, feeling proud of his performance. Su revealed Su's punch power exceeded 100,000, leaving Su overwhelmed and questioning the implications. A scoreboard flickered in front of a nervous and self-conscious young man, igniting a wave of embarrassment. Su realized everyone had been watching him. Laughter erupted among the older students, mocking the younger one for his score. The confident older student found it hilarious, while his friend joined in the teasing. Sue stood quietly, feeling embarrassed and defiant. Sue reassured another, saying physical strength wasn't their strong suit. The other character responded skeptically, suggesting a challenge to prove otherwise. Sue encouraged another, stating that the dorm's honor was riding on him. The other character agreed, eager to test his skills. A surge of excitement rippled through the crowd as a determined young man with dark hair announced the start of the Punch Power Challenge. A wave of doubt washed over the group as they discussed Sue's strength and questioned his potential. Sue reflected on his progress, stating he had advanced to a first-tier ability user after 5 days of intense training. A moment of silence filled the air as Sue prepared to unleash a powerful punch. He thought this punch would reveal the true extent of his strength. A powerful punch surged from a determined young man with dark hair, connecting with an unseen opponent in a moment of fierce intensity. A fierce young man with dark hair lunged forward, delivering a powerful strike that resonated with determination. A tense atmosphere enveloped the scene as a determined young man with dark hair suddenly swung his leg at the group, creating a splash of surprise. A triumphant cheer erupted as a young man with dark hair celebrated breaking the record for fist power. A stunned young man with dark hair exclaimed about the astonishing power record that had just been broken. Still, another character questioned if a first tier could achieve such strength. A third character expressed fear, stating the freshman could easily overpower him. Curiosity sparked between two women as they discussed the significance of the first pillar's record, held for over 10 years. A joyful moment unfolded as a young man with dark hair and his friend raised their fists in excitement. Sue declared his loyalty, promising to follow his friend anywhere. His friend playfully dismissed the enthusiasm, urging him not to exaggerate. A sense of achievement radiated from a young man with dark hair as he examined his arm, feeling the immediate effects of his newfound power. A floating announcement device illuminated the room, celebrating a remarkable achievement. Sue received recognition for breaking the record, earning a substantial credit reward. Sue eagerly asked if he could still earn credits for breaking the record again in the future. In a spacious room, a confident man with dark hair introduced his enthusiastic roommate to the group, revealing exciting connections between them. A group of enthusiastic club members surrounded a new and somewhat overwhelmed young man with dark hair. They invited him to join their club and offered to teach him. Sue led his friends toward the training room, excitement radiating from him as they followed closely behind. Sue expressed his concern about his junior brother's reckless behavior and questioned why he was breaking records instead of resting properly. Sue contemplated his past achievements, realizing his strength fell short compared to Sue's impressive power. Sue leaned over the counter, intently examining his phone. Sue clenched his fist amidst fiery chaos, filled with determination as he prepared for the challenges ahead. He expressed frustration about Sue's arrival in the magic capital. Sue held a knife, radiating energy, as he proclaimed his endless vitality after 5 days without food or rest. Sue examined the knife against his skin, proudly noting its defense compared to E-grade alloy. An excited character eagerly shared the news that Sue's record-breaking achievement had exploded across the campus forum, igniting a wave of challengers. Sue smirked, evaluating the martial spirit of the Magic University with an amused expression. Sue dismissed his eager companion's offer to fight, insisting he needed to go to the Battle Technique Library instead. A large, modern building labeled Battle Technique Library stood surrounded by lush greenery, inviting seekers of knowledge and mastery within its walls. Sue focused intently, casting a spell on the mystical object in front of him. Amazed, a curious young man with dark hair contemplated the power of the Battle Technique Library and its rumored guardian. Sue inserted a card into the machine, curiosity sparking in his eyes as he awaited the machine's response. A swirling energy enveloped a focused and contemplative young man, hinting at his deep connection to the power around him. The warm atmosphere of the Battle Technique Library felt inviting, promising knowledge and growth. A professional and friendly woman welcomed Sue and offered her assistance. Sue asked the women if they knew him and explained the privileges of S-grade authority holders. A confident character smiled as he contemplated the immense potential of a powerful individual, eager to forge a friendship with him. Su asked a woman about the lightning element's superpower battle techniques. Then, she informed him about the reading rooms and access. A respectful and attentive young man followed his teacher through a well-decorated room. The teacher guided him with a welcoming demeanor. He thanked her sincerely. A futuristic room buzzed with energy as a floating device transmitted vital instructions, illuminating the path ahead. Su listened intently to the information provided. Su commanded a robotic device to display battle techniques. The robot responded efficiently, acknowledging his request. A holographic display shimmered with powerful abilities, capturing the attention of a determined young man with dark hair. Su focused intently on the lightning techniques presented. Su expressed surprise and curiosity about the rich variety of battle technique secret manuals available at the top university, wondering if he could access them for free. A thoughtful young man with dark hair contemplated his training options, pondering the variety of battle techniques available to him. A recommendation list rested in his hands, and relief washed over him as he realized it would save him time. Bright colors swirled around a focused young man with dark hair as he interacted with the vibrant panels, curiosity radiating from him. The air crackled with anticipation as the focused and strategic young man prepared to make his choice. Su selected 4 techniques with unwavering determination. Su evaluated his battle techniques, believing his combination of skills left him nearly flawless. Su dismissed the recommendation for mixing techniques, asserting that his selected 4 A-grade techniques would be sufficient. A moment of excitement surged as Su admired the 4 books stacked before him, marveling at his newfound ability to handle so much knowledge. Su sat at the table, anxiously glancing at the clock, his mind racing with thoughts of the upcoming challenge. Su leaned back in his chair, filled with satisfaction after finishing all the readings and eagerly anticipated adding points to his score. Su felt a surge of motivation as he consumed superpower points, unlocking new thunder skills in a flash of notifications. A determined martial arts student focused on a holographic display, analyzing his skills with unwavering intensity. Su stood ready, his clenched fists signaling the power within him. He wondered who would be the first to experience his battle techniques. If you'd like to see your favorite titles retold, leave a comment and I'll be sure to pick some of them up from time to time. Also, let me know which video format you like more, long videos or short ones. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you again soon.